Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about what I have learned about taking care of a rabbit. And who doesn't love that little rabbit nose? He's so cute! This is Twix. We like to call him Twixy. He's fixed. He's a loner rabbit, I would say. We're borrowing or rabbit sitting for friends. The perk of this is that I have been able to experience having a pet rabbit without actually owning it. And my friend put together some great tips that have made it super easy for us, and I want to share them with you guys. Just what it looked like for us to care for this rabbit for about a month. I think it's been a really cool experience having the kids enjoy a pet rabbit. We've been able to learn some really cool things about taking care of a rabbit. So maybe you're someone that's considering a pet rabbit. Maybe you are like me and you're babysitting a rabbit for the first time. I think my friend put together some great tips about caring for a rabbit, and our experience has been so easy with this rabbit. I think they make really great pets, and there's some things that I didn't really think of when we first got the rabbit that I'll share with you later.
I do not want to sleep it anywhere. Oh,
yeah, that's all good stuff you can add to your Space Ranger suit.
Huh. What did they turn in labels? And I found this. It's green. Like one of those. The whole. Mommy, Daddy, do this stronger than
Gentle.
Hulk stronger than Rhino?
Yeah.
That's his food bowl.
I think he is.
Both stronger than one. Huh?
Uh-oh, he spilled it all.
Like a bad guy.
Well, Lincoln, he says no more. I would say he is pretty much potty trained. He doesn't really leave his pooping area. He doesn't really poop outside of his poop area except for kind of in the evening when he is running around a little bit more. I do find there are some Roly poops that have moved away on me, so I have to gather those up. Speaking of poop, we now know what a rabbit poop looks like, and we teach the children not to touch it, so that's been a really good plus. Pretty much you have to scoop out the dirty litter, which is like shredded like cardboard pieces kind of stuff. And you have to scoop it every 2 to 3 days. I'm scooping it every day, but I think it's just because I'm caring for the rabbit. We didn't have any pee accidents, but I was told that if he peed on like the carpet by accident, that you should move the litter box to that spot where he pees to try to encourage him to pee there instead of on the rugs. Some things that the rabbit needs are a litter box, a hay bag, a watering dish, some little wood toys to chew on, a little cat carrier, or, well, in this case it's a rabbit carrier, a little animal carrier. This rabbit has a little blanket that he enjoys playing with. He also has some other wooden toys. He has a specific food dish. And he has some stacking cups that food gets hidden into as well to kind of keep him more busy. Our friends lent us these awesome little play mats, and he pretty much just stays on them. They gave us cages to go around it, and honestly, the cages are more to protect the rabbit from the people and children than from the rabbit leaving the area. This rabbit doesn't really like the feel of hardwood. I don't know if that's the case for all rabbits, but so he doesn't tend to want to go on any like hard surface. He'll stay on his little mat area, even without the caging. We've mostly seen this rabbit in an inside setting. We are out on my sun deck, which is a little noisy, I apologize, and it's a bit of a windy day too, but we have been bringing him out here on the sun deck. My understanding is that it needs to be 5 degrees is ideal or warmer for him. And so at nighttime, because it's still spring here, we've been moving him back inside at night so that he's nice and cozy. With other care, he also needs to be brushed every few days. We were given a brush mitt, and it is crazy how much hair this thing produces. Like, I'm covered. Like, I just picked him up and it's like in the air and everything.
Ow, ow, ow. Mama, show me all your hand.
Yeah, my other hand is equally furry. They are furry creatures. There's no joke about the hair. So this is kind of my transition point where I want to jump into talking about that, because with the rabbit, some things you might not have considered. Are you allergic to rabbit? So it is hairy. The hair gets everywhere. And like, I don't own a lint brush because I own chickens. That's my pet. You need a lint brush. Like, I'm absolutely covered. And his hair is white, so, and I mean, if you own black clothing, that's the end of it. But I find as soon as my kids touched him, the hair from him is up in the air. It's all over the mats and all over their clothing. Now, if you're not allergic to rabbit, that's totally fine. But you may be allergic to hay or timothy, which is one of the primarily sources of food that the rabbit is going to have all the time. And I'm personally allergic to hay and timothy, so I don't like to touch that stuff because I'm going to break out in hives right away. So those are some things that I don't think I had considered initially when I was looking after a rabbit. My son turned out to be highly allergic to the rabbit, which was a learning experience. But basically, as long as he doesn't touch the rabbit, then he's fine. And if he doesn't mess around with the timothy, he's fine. It also was a really great opportunity to teach him how to take some allergy medicine. So at least that's done. Because of the shedding and the little like cardboard biddies, I do find having the open kind of cage style, they tend to scatter around. And they got Roly poops too. Another thing to consider is just the cleanup. Because of all the little cardboard biddies, the Roly poops, and the hair, I am vacuuming every day, sometimes twice a day. Mess. Clean. If that is something that you don't want to do, you could probably put this thing in a room, close the door, and it would stay contained. But then you need a whole room designated to the rabbit. I've also seen cages that are like more of a tub kind of setup, and then everything is contained in the tub. Like all of that little cardboard littery stuff would stay in the tub. The hair would probably be more contained, or it'd be static enough it would stick to the sides of the tub. So that's a different kind of style that maybe will help alleviate the spread of the animal around your home. We were given these little like stand-up cages, and they were great for transporting the rabbit to different areas of our home, but they don't stop the spread of any of the material. My kids loved feeding the rabbit. They thought it was so fun that he would nibble on it, and that he enjoyed lettuce, and then I actually found them eating more lettuce because they were eating rabbit food. Har har, it's funny. Hold it up, Linky. Eating rabbit food. Once you give it to Twix, it's his, okay? Don't pick it up and eat it anymore. It's done. No.
No. That's... No. That's...
He gets about 3/4 scoop of these pellets twice a day. And then as well, he gets a huge handful of greens, a variety, like a spring green mix. And his diet should primarily be leafy greens, from my understanding. What's really cool is that you can also feed your rabbit some kitchen scraps. There is an awesome website that you can find information about what kind of food scraps you can give them. But pretty much like your carrot tops, your lettuce ends, cucumber bits, lots of the vegetable greens can all go to the rabbit. Even cabbage and broccoli. Rabbits don't produce gas the same way, so you don't get sticky farts if you feed the rabbit broccoli and stuff. So that's a nice perk. As well, interestingly enough, I found out that rabbits produce their own vitamin C inside their bodies. They don't need to ingest it like people do. The only item that you have to be wary of is that rabbits should never eat onion. So no onion for your rabbit. You can also feed a rabbit herb leaves like basil, but it definitely sounds like you should do so sparingly. Fruit is also okay for your rabbit, but only a few pieces a day should be given because it's so high in sugar. Carrots are also considered very high in sugar, so they should be considered a treat. A really good treat for your rabbit is banana. I didn't know this, but rabbits really enjoy banana, and it helps to soften their poops and essentially helps their digestive system. Go give that to Twix.
10 scoops.
1.
Linky, can you say banana?
I'm gonna pour this.
I'm what?
I'm gonna pour this.
You're gonna pour this. That's Twix's rabbit food, the pellets. And then what you do, you put it in these cute little stacking cups for him so that he has something to play with later. Twix gets unlimited hay or timothy, so he has a little hay bag and we hang it over his little poop area. They like to eat and poop in the same area, so you put their little hay bag up where in his little poop area, his little poop tray. One thing I found with the rabbit is interesting is that they are quite active from like dusk all through the night. We would hear sounds and the rabbit would be playing, and he would usually polish off all his food by the morning. So you can see his food dish is totally empty. It's first thing in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. He's working on his hay, his timothy right now. But since he's active all night, he's like pooped everywhere. So there's just little roly poops all over his area. And it makes me really feel like I gotta clean it first thing in the morning. I mean, obviously, like, he's out and about, so maybe he just doesn't go back into his litter box. But of course, we gave Lyric the job of feeding Twixie his breakfast, so then Lyric has to, like, maneuver over all the little roly poops first thing in the morning to go get his food dish so he can get Twix his breakfast. He is so chill. The children were attacking him, let's be real. And he's so docile and didn't lash out at them at all. So that's been really positive. We enjoyed having some friends meet a rabbit and see how big a rabbit can actually get. Most people think a bunny is like this cute little thing, but a rabbit is big. Like, this guy is as long as my arm. I've really loved having a rabbit in our home. I think it's been really fun. I think it's been a really different experience for us, for the kids. I think it's a really cool thing that we'll be able to do hopefully in the future for our friends, and that they trust us, that we did a good job, we kept it alive. I love that we were able to have him over Easter, so the kids were able to have fun with the rabbit at Easter time. Twix hid Easter chocolates. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Thanks so much for watching and listening to me talk about our rabbit hosting experience. If you're interested in our backyard chickens, I have a playlist about that. If you have any other tips about rabbit care, let me know in the comments below so that if I watch this rabbit again, I'll have some more info. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video.